So today I'm going to show you how Alice and me created some art through the phone. If I do an online photo shoot, I usually make sure that the model has a similar item like I do as well. So for us it was white flowers. Alice found some white flowers that were fallen off a tree, and I've got a dried little flower bouquet with white flowers in the flat. So we have a similar item that creates some kind of connection between the model's flat and the place where the photo is actually going to be taken. Then I usually find a really nice backdrop. When I took the photos of Alice, I used my trunk, which is made of wood, and I think that looks really nice and rustic, fits my style well. And then I added some more texture to it by some old lace, as well as some other textured materials. I also added the dried white flowers and some other bits and bobs that I found in the flat. I also used glitter. I do have a lot of glitter from years and years ago when I didn't know that how bad glitter was for the environment. So I still haven't used it all because I really wanted to do something creative with it. So I sprinkled it over the phone.
Oh, it looks so pretty!
Which looked really nice, but it just wouldn't come off afterwards. There was still a little bit of glitter on my phone, which is alright. But the main thing was that my whole room was covered in glitter afterwards. I tried to hoover it, I tried to wipe it just wouldn't come off. So glitter looks nice, but it's really bad for the environment and it goes everywhere. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend. Usually I take photos with window light in the flat because I love it. It's nice and soft, it's free, and it looks amazing. With online photo shoots though, it was interesting for me to see that the whole image that came through the phone popped out much more when I moved to a darker place. The model, on the other hand, should be in quite a bright spot, but not too bright.
Is that alright?
Yeah.
Like is the light okay? Is it behind?
It was a very different experience with Alicia and Alice when it comes to the sunlight, because if you see in the video, Alicia was literally sitting in the sun and the highlights weren't blown out. It looked amazing. Where when I used the phone, we used Facebook Messenger. I guess the quality just wasn't as good. So as soon as Alice moved into the sun, all of the highlights were completely blown out. I heard a lot of people say they think that online photo shoots are kind of like just like taking selfies. I wouldn't say that is the case because it's more or less a collaboration between the model and the photographer, just like it is when you have real life photo shoots. It's great that Alice can see herself in the screen, which really helps her to know what works and what maybe doesn't work so well. But as the photographer, I still give her direction. It's even more of a collaboration because she can see herself and she can find, oh, look, that looks really nice. Let's try this. And then I can say, yeah, that's true, that works really nice. If you just put your arm down or whatever.
Yeah, that's nice. Can I have a bit more hair on the side where there isn't that much hair? Yeah.
And yeah, so it's really nice creating art together.
Can you tilt the camera a little bit higher again? Sorry.
Oh, it's fine, don't worry.
It's, in my opinion, very different from being at home alone and posing in front of the mirror or in front of your phone trying to take a nice looking selfie.
That's okay?
Yeah? Wow. That's cool. I love it.
Do I prefer online photo shoots to on-location photo shoots? No. I love taking photos of people. I love taking photos of professional models. I love taking photos of couples who are in love. I love taking photos of weddings. I just love being in the countryside, on location. I don't really know how to describe it, but it's very different to Skype someone than it is to meet this person in real life. Meeting people is a huge part for me and my photography art. So that part is kind of minimized through online photo shoots. However, I really appreciate that I'm able to do these kind of photo shoots still. It's a very different way of creating art that I've never thought about before. So yeah, I'm really grateful for this opportunity. I also asked Alice what she thinks about online photo shoots, and I definitely agree on the points that she mentioned as well. Here is what Alice thinks.
What I love about doing these virtual shoots during this time of restriction is, well, the ability to continue to create and collaborate with artists. And what's great as well is that I can collaborate with artists I know, like, really easily, but I can also collaborate with artists that I could potentially never meet. You know, there is no restriction on where in the world you can connect to, and so that's amazing. It kind of gives a little bit of well, it's like a little bit of life, or a little bit of something to focus on during this time when perhaps we can't really plan that much. So it's not just the shoot itself, but it's the communication between myself and another individual, and like the planning and the kind of getting excited about it. It gives you something to look forward to, and it's really nice, like a nice creative outlet. What I also like and kind of don't like is the added pressure of being even more creative with my own space. Like, I have to dress my flat a certain way, include it and myself. It's a lot of moving things about. Yeah, I think the downside is probably lack of quality that's going to come out of any images that I take with other people. The extra time and like I've got to pose myself plus set up the shot can be pretty time consuming. But then I guess the positive is that I don't have to travel anywhere to meet these people. So I guess, you know, you make the time back. Yeah, I think it's mainly positives.
I would love to hear what you think about online photo shoots. So just let me know in the comments. Yeah, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.